Okay, so I finally got the last of the Rantoul videos uploaded. It actually should have just hit like a minute ago for public viewing, but I wanted to, this is going to be the last Rantoul related video, although it's going to go under my farm memorabilia playlist. So, but this is all of the crap that I bought from Rantoul that I probably shouldn't have, but did anyway. So I guess, where do I start? We'll start with these guys. So, toys down there were just freaking ridiculous expensive. I could not believe the money that people are giving for toys these days. It was stupid. So, I found the cheap route. These are just little 64 scale plastic, just cheapy. I'm guessing early 80s. Field Boss toys. This one is a 155. I don't know what the 1978 to 1988 means. Yeah, that would be the production years. Yeah. So there's that guy. That's a silver stripe. And then I got a red stripe 180. And then a red stripe 135. But these must have been fairly common toys back when they came out, because every toy place I stopped down there, they got their little cardboard box with all of the 64 scale tough stuff that's been taken out of the box. Everybody had these three models, but I got them for $6 a piece, which I didn't think was that bad. Everything else was freaking ridiculous. They had a Agco Star Farm Show, I think 1998 Farm Show edition. Agco Star on triples that I really wanted, but they wanted $25 for them. I was like, that's too much freaking money for a 64 scale. Toys should not be that damn expensive, especially without a box. If it was new in a box, maybe, but they were out of a box. They didn't even have the box. Freaking ridiculous. So there's those. This I didn't actually buy. This was a gift from Jason from Big Tractor Power. It's a high detail 64 2105 open station. This is one of his Toy Tractor Times edition toys. You should be able to buy it from his website. I'm pretty sure if you go to Toy Tractor Times, I'm pretty sure you can buy this on there if you want one yourself. He actually, the last show, he gave me a front wheel assist 2105, which was kind of neat. So he said he was working on, but he didn't know if he was going to be able to get it done with the cost of everything right now due to COVID. But hi Teeter. Teeter, we're making a video right now. You need to stay out of my face. Jason said he was working on a 16th scale 2105 high detail, but because of COVID, he didn't know if he was going to be able to make that one happen. So, hold on, we got to take care of the mutt here real quick. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. The lab really comes out in her personality, because she's got the always has to be in your face, always has to be touching you, always has to be loving on you mentality, which that's definitely more lab than German Shepherd. And then this is a high detail 1755 that Minnesota Oliver and Deer gave to me. So thanks for that. These are night lights. They're the acrylic, and then they laser etch them, and then you put them on the base, and then they got LEDs that shine up through them, and it lights the grill up. These are from a gentleman from the Heartland Oliver Collectors, I think is what he said. But it's got a 50 series grill, an 88 grill, and then a 55 series grill. So I got 3 of those, and then gave me the bases for them. So I thought that was neat. Thank you for that. I found this white literature rack. That's going to be late 70s. No, WFE. That's going to be early 80s. The WFE logo is. So I probably paid too damn much for that, especially after I bought it. I didn't notice that this piece of wire right here was broken, missing. So, but it was neat. I bought it. Such is life. So there's that. And then these I thought were cool. Okay, sorry, that dang dog. Anyway, these are field signs. I have never seen these before. I didn't know they were a thing. Obviously, this one hasn't been folded yet. But, this is the earlier one. This is going to be a late 80s, 5100 series. Planted by a white Farm Equipment Seed Boss planter, double-sided. And then this one is going to be early 90s, 6000 series. Obviously this one's an AGCO by this point, but that, like I say, that one has not been folded up yet. Neither one of them appear to have been used, but I thought that was neat, and I kind of felt obligated to buy them since I'm jumping up to a Seed Boss planter. But those would be like on a plot, just like a hybrid sign or whatever. You'd stick them out on the end of the field. But like I say, I've never seen those. Didn't know that they were even a thing, so I bought them because they were cool. Then you got this. This obviously isn't anything vintage. This is a Heritage Iron sign. But it was kind of hard to pass it up because it's a brand new, not scratch, not dent sign, but they didn't want to haul them back, so they threw them in their scratch and dent sale box. I just got to clean it up a little bit because it got kind of dirty in the truck, but that was neat. Whoops. Yeah. I need to tweak the base on that a little bit. It's kind of not very stable. And then I got these brochures. I picked one up for my number 2 rake. Yeah. Just a single fold 4-page. But not a whole lot to it. There's your basic rake model, and then if this is they actually offered it in a horse drawn on steel, or you can get it tractor drawn on steel or whatever you wanted. And then they had a dual wheel option for mint, and obviously if you were doing hay on wetter ground. And then you got the advertisement for the number 8 bale master. A number 2 hay loader. That'd be kind of neat to find. And the 22A mower, which was the predecessor to the 83 that I have right now. Or 82. 82. But this came out of Davis Tractor Company, Boston, Massachusetts. Tells you how long ago that was, because I doubt that there's anything ag-related around Boston, Massachusetts anymore. What kind of truck is that? Cannot make that out. Maybe somebody will know. Oh, nope. General Motors truck. Yep, I can make that out. Never seen a GMC with a nose like that. That's got to be late 30s, early 40s. Obviously, the brochure is from the 50s because it's got fleet lines in it. Well, actually, everything in it's a 66. That's a 66. That's a 66. That's a 66. And I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't take all those pictures in the same field. Because I bet they mowed it, raked it, and baled it. All for the brochure, or all for the brochure photo shoot. So there's that. Then a brochure for the 9700 Harvest Boss that I bought just because it was cheap and for shits and giggles. Because obviously at some point I'm going to have to buy a 9700 or a 9720 for the upgrade. It's just that's how things work. Sunflower head. .52-inch feeder house, largest of any axial, because for like 3 or 4 years after the 9700 came out, maybe it was only 2 years, but right after the 9700 came out, it was the largest combine in the world for a period of time when White brought that out. They were the ones to beat at that point. Obviously, it had some teething issues like most companies when they first switched to a rotary and had to work out the bugs, but she was a horse. .265 bushel grain tank, which I don't think that got beat until I think Gleaner was the one that finally beat him, and I can't remember what model. I can't remember if they got him with the N series or if it took until the R series for Gleaner to beat that grain tank size. .708N, that's kind of a hard head to find. Basically, the 9700 was the only combine big enough to run them. An 8900 would, but an 8900 was a lot happier on a 6-row. I doubt, especially in today's yield, you'd ever push an 8-row with an 8900, but... So there's a few of them out there, and then they actually had a 712N that I think they only ever built 8 of. I know there's at least one in existence because I've seen pictures. There's a guy, I can't remember where he's at. There's a guy that's got one on a 9700 or a 9720. But that's the only one that I know of still around. And then they obviously ran the big V8 Perkins. At 248 horsepower. There's the 9700 brochure. And then this isn't really, neither one of these are totally Oliver related, but the cover on this caught my eye. This is probably, judging by the pictures in it, just after World War II. There's not I couldn't find a published date on it anywhere, but just by the pictures and everything, this is just after World War II. Especially as that's like a Massey 21A combine. But I just thought this was kind of neat because the cover caught my eye. It's kind of a neat cover. Old wooden grain elevator. But it's a comic that I'm guessing this was directed more towards kids, but just telling about how grain goes from harvest to market. I'm obviously not going to sit here and read all this to you, but the pictures and the colors and everything are kind of neat. And that's a commodity market, obviously. I was just surprised how good a shape this thing's. It's in really good shape. And there's a picture of the Minneapolis Grain Exchange. This must have been published by the Minneapolis Grain Exchange because that's what all the addresses and everything are on it. And then this farm journal was another thing. I bought it because of the cover. That's basically everybody's like 60 to 70 horse lineup for 1964. But that's what the main article was talking about all that stuff. So advertisement for the K600 combine. These magazines are just cool as hell because equipment companies don't advertise like this anymore. 1964 Chevy truck ad. That was just a good looking series of truck GM had. Those were just those mid 60s Chevy and GMC pickups just look slicker than shit. I mean, you just do not get pictures like this anymore in any way, shape, or form. I probably gave a little too much for this because these, I mean, I'm sure there's guys out here that collect them, but they're not big collectors. Home light chainsaw ad, that's neat. Gale Model 13 grinder mixer. 806, 706. Lyndon B. Johnson, President. What we got going on here? Brilliant. That's interesting. Brilliant till planter. Hooks to rear tractor axle and PTO rotary tillers under hoods work up row width seed beds. Barrels supply weed spray and nozzles at rear. You slip 4 unit planters, any make, on toolbar to plant 28 to 42 inch rows. Never seen one of those before. I guess if anybody that watches this has seen it, let me know. That's kind of neat. New idea cut conditioners, those have been around. And this looks like basically the same principle as that. Power driven rotors or tillers. That's an Eversman. Huh, that's kind of neat. Cornworm. Twin augers reach into the crib to pull a steady flow of ears onto the sheller drag. Basic augers reach 8 feet. Extensions add to length. Never seen one of them before either. Heston diesel windrower. Han Highboy with a nitrogen applicator. Mixmaster feeds. You look at stuff like this and you just realize how much agriculture and the nation itself has just gone to shit. Look at everything we used to have. This used to be the United States. Now look where we're at. Homemade and handy. Auger hopper made from conveyor belt. Okay, that's a little sketchy. They strung hot wire, and it's electric fence, and they just drive through it with the truck. That's a little sketchy. But this is kind of neat. Flashlight batteries in the flasher, and it's on a pair of ice grips, and you just clamp it on whatever you want. New for 1964, Minneapolis U302. Wow, look at all that. 116 new tractors, implements, machines added to the big Minneapolis Moline line. New idea spreaders. McCulloch chainsaws. Economy tractor. Get you your Salem menthols. My, how the world has changed. Damn, that looks good. Got pork chops. Looks like you got some peppers, some rice. Damn, they give you the recipe. That might be worth trying. 8 pork chops, 1.5 tablespoons of salt, 1/4 tablespoon of pepper, 8 green pepper rings, 2 cups of cooked rice, 1/2 cup of diced onions, 8 lemon slices, 8 onion slices, 2 cups tomato juice. Looks like you just stack it all up and it says cover and bake at 350 degrees for 1 hour. Damn, that looks good. I might have to try that. Apparently the back of this was geared more towards the women. U.S. government surplus. Here's the good shit. Selling for only a fraction of the original cost. Jeeps. $117. Typewriters, $879. Radios, $265. Boats, $178. Airplanes, $159. What kind of plane are we buying for $159, boys? Can I get a P-51 for that? Carbines, $20. Man, if I could buy an M1 carbine for $20 these days, holy shit. Generators, $268. Huh. I could not imagine buying a Willys Jeep for $117. That'd be cool as shit. And there you have it. Well, sorry this video got kind of long just to look at a bunch of junk, but I wanted to get this out of the way so that we can wrap up the Rantoul stuff and get back to working in the shop. So, anyway, I guess that's it for this one. We'll catch you guys on the next one.